Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And today I'm going to talk about, someone asked me, they said, Victor, how do you deal with the acceleration of time? That was basically her question. Now I'm not going to talk about is time actually accelerating. I'm going to talk about feeling busy and crunched for time to a greater degree and why I think it's happening and what I do about it. So essentially, the way I see it is that my life, up until the point of starting to wake up consciously, was a product of my ego. And it did an okay job of sort of organizing everything to where my life, even though there were ups and downs in varying degrees of busyness, it was essentially fairly manageable. But as I've changed, as I've gone through this process, I'm realizing that there's other things. My values are changing. So different things are becoming important to me. And I'm realizing I have trouble fitting it all in. Fitting in my new goals, the new things I want to do, my new priorities with all the other stuff that I'm now, been doing a long time and it's kind of locked into my life. Like I experienced this a lot when I owned a gym and a medical marijuana grow operation. It was busy, but I managed. But as I started to become aware of all this other stuff I wanted to do, sorry, I'm walking down this hill, I don't know why I chose to do this, but I started to become aware of other things I wanted to do, like I wanted to be on YouTube, I wanted to move to California, I wanted to take more time to meditate and kind of balance my energy. So then that created the feeling of like never having enough time because something had to go. I can't have this new life trying to unfold and emerge and come into being and hold on to all the old stuff. But the mind wants to hold on to the old stuff because it's not quite ready to let it go. And yet there's a part of us pulling us in this other direction as this new life attempts to manifest. So it creates this crunch of not having enough time and just feeling real freaked out by it. And the way to deal with it is to start letting go of the stuff that you don't really want in your life. And I know that's not easy. That's the hard part. That's the whole thing, is letting go of stuff that we think we need that we know we don't. And that can sometimes be simple things, like maybe a little like giving up sugar. And that's not even that simple, but that's simple compared to like giving up a relationship or a marriage or a job or moving, selling your home. That's kind of the big shit that a lot of us end up doing. But that time crunch, that feeling of accelerating time, it's to help motivate you. Because if there was no real stress to move away from and no real reason to let go of something, we wouldn't. We would be like hoarders and try to hold on to the old life that's not serving us, that's weighing us down, preventing us from being happy, and also try to do this new stuff. The energy is saying that's not going to work. You can't do both. You got to make a choice. So we're going to stress you out until you let go of something. What's it going to be? I've danced around and done, sorry, hold on. I'm just going to run down. Anyway, I'm in new territory here, guys. I'm in Balboa Park. So, kind of walking on a new trail here. That's essentially what I've learned to do. I've learned to let go of the stuff that I know does not belong in my life, that is impeding my ability to move forward. And there's always something, there's always a new thing attempting to either adjust itself or to be let go of completely. And then I'm just willing to do that, which is not easy, but I've learned that as I do that, new stuff always comes into being, the stuff I really want. A lot of times you might have a goal, you want to do something, you want to move, you want to go do something fun, start a new career, whatever. And you realize that you're being held down by an old situation, an old relationship, an old house, an old job situation. It could be anything. It could be something much smaller than that as well. It could be an old mindset, an old belief system. Just an insistence on doing something in a way that contradicts your other goal. So you kind of have these two goals. On one hand, you don't want to experience the stress of letting something go prematurely. And on the other hand, you really want to go over here and do this. And you got to make a choice. What's it going to be? So that's what I would, that's essentially my experience with the acceleration of time. There is certainly some of that probably going on. It does appear that there's more life experience jam-packed into each frame of moment. Whether that's actually what's happening, or we're becoming so aware of more of the moment, it feels like more is, we're experiencing faster time. I don't know. It's not important to me. In a sense, there is only the now. I don't have a full embodiment of where I'm always in the now. I'm not going to try to pretend I do. But that's essentially what it is. And our perception of time is just that. It's a perception. It's in the mind, essentially. So to me, it doesn't really serve to go much further into what's actually happening with quote-unquote time. Rather, to use the time crunch as a motivator to better my life. Right now, we are living in a very interesting time. People talk about timelines and what's going to happen with everybody. And what I'm seeing is that there is nothing, no one thing that's going to happen with everybody. There seems to be quite diverse vibrational pockets right now, where you right now, today, have the ability to create a freaking fairy tale, badass, amazing, completely ideal life for yourself today. And you have that option. There's no vibrational ceiling anymore. It's been ripped off. And now it's how high do you want to climb? And you're going to see that. People are doing that now. And there's the potential for some people to suffer immensely. To all the stuff you look at in the world, they're going to experience that in a very different way. The whole, I'm not going to get into the specifics. No point of creating division, but there's a lot of conflict and a lot of stuff going on right now in the world that if you dwell on that and allow it to consume you, it will consume you. It will start to become your reality experience, and therefore your little reality bubble is going to suck. It's going to be full of fear and uncertainty and anguish and pain. But at the same time, on that same day, there'll be someone else in another state doing something completely different. They're waking up and they're stretching and they're happy that the sun is shining, and they're drinking water and they're feeling the water go into their body, and they're feeling good about their life, and they go and they do what they want to do that day, and they're free and they're happy and they have good relationships, and their life is just set up in the way that they want it. And this time crunch will help you do that. But that's only going to happen to the people who do what I said. Let go of what's no longer serving you, what's holding you down, that you already know is holding you down. Let it go and jump into the unknown and do that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you'll be one of those people to climb very high vibrationally. So this video is kind of taken a different direction and deviated from the initial question. For that I apologize, but this is the message that I chose was important, that I feel was important to share at this time, is you have the ability to create an amazing life right now. And not everyone's going to do that. Most people will not. But the more people who do it, the better. That'll help inspire other people to do it as well. So take this for what you will, guys. Have an amazing day. I love you all. Hope you enjoyed this Balboa little jungle I'm in, Balboa Park in San Diego. Very cool place. Speak to you soon. Peace.